I want you to get a picture of this so you know where the story's going. At the very end of the day, I am covered in mud, silt, tons of water, gravel and dirt with a lot of like little pieces of plant material hanging off my body in my teeth. I am not happy. My friend Victoria, I had a wonderful day. I loved it. It was fantastic. Oh my God, I can't wait to do this again. The story begins, we're up in northern Quebec, and we're kayaking down the Gouffre River. Notice I said Gouffre because I did the Pimsleur method for like a month before we went to Quebec. And all you learn in the Pimsleur method is how to ask for specific kinds of wine and beer, but you don't learn how to say, get out of my way, I'm terrified, move your boat. So that's in like lesson number 1017. So it was my idea to go kayaking down the Gouffre River, and I am very confident in my kayak. I have to tell you, I'm kind of an adventure gal. I like doing adventure trips. I've been kayaking forever, and I've done some serious kayaking trips. I've kayaked with the killer whales in Vancouver, and my specific desire to go to Quebec was to kayak with the beluga whales, which never happened. So the second best thing was to go down the Gouffre River and kayak. And I decided that the both of us should do the 20-kilometer trip, not the 12-kilometer trip, because I am woman, hear me roar, adventure woman, wild woman, survivor woman in my kayak. I'm in my kayak. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm like, in my kayak, you know, I'm really cool, you know, I'm like, ugh. And I'm strong, I'm a swimmer, I am a woman, hear me roar. So my friend Victoria, who had just bought a brand new yellow dagger that was manufactured probably in 1946, because she got it for $100, including the paddle spray skirt and the hatch cover, who cannot steer this boat whatsoever, and who had just 3 months ago had spinal fusion, and I'm like, do you want to use my boat? Like, I know you have a hard time steering this. I'm happy to relinquish my boat. You can use my boat. I'll use your boat that you can't steer because I can navigate this entire river. And if anybody has ever gone down the Brandywine Creek, that was the Gouffre River. It's not anything more serious than that. But what I did not realize was that I'm thinking that it's a very calm river. I don't need my cell phone. I need no means of communication. We're going to be fine. Get in the boats, it's beautiful, it's bucolic, the river is low. Little did I know that there must have been at least 298 little sets of rapids and chutes that had to be navigated down this river. And if you've never kayaked a river, you have to pay attention to where these little passages of water are. And so the first chute, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, where am I going to go? I don't know where to steer my kayak. I've never dumped my boat. I've never had a problem with my boat. I've never fallen out. I've never taken rolling lessons because I know I'm never going to dump my boat. I'm okay. So there's the chute. And there in front of me in this little narrow chute are branches that are hanging over the chute. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm like flying into these branches. I don't know what to do. So all of a sudden, there I am, tangled up in the branches of this tree with this water rushing by me, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I let go of the branches, and I flip my boat, and I'm upside down in my boat, and I fell out, and there I am, standing on the embankment, and I have on Tevas, and my Tevas are not cinched quite tight enough, so I'm slipping and sliding in this embankment, holding a boat that probably weighs 500 pounds, trying to hold it against the embankment and figure out what to do. So I pull my pump off the back of the boat, and I pull my pump off, which hasn't been used in 2 years, so the gasket's dried up. So does the pump work? No, the pump does not work. And I can't get it to pump the water. And I'm thinking, I have to pull on every Survivor Man Lost in the Wild series I've ever watched on the Discovery Channel to figure out what to do. Meanwhile, my friend Victoria, who just had spinal fusion, also went down that passageway, and she got caught in the tree branches, and I see her face, it's like this. Does she fall out of her boat? No, she just slips through the chute. And there she is, probably 500 feet in front of me, waiting for me, feet on the gunnel of the boat, sunbathing, wondering where I am. And so I'm rocking my boat, trying to get the water out of it. I had no idea, and I'm thinking, oh wait, there's another twist. I lost my paddle. We still had 13 miles to go. My paddle's down the river somewhere, and I'm thinking creatively, because I'm a creative arts teacher, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get to the side of the river, and I'm going to find a big tree branch, and I'm going to like pound it on something so it frays and becomes an oar for me. And I'm going to be able to paddle that river 13 more miles with my frayed tree branch, you know? Kind of like Paul Bunyan, I can do this. Victoria, could not get up to meet me. She could not hear me. I could not meet her. And I was like, this is the most chaotic moment I've ever had in the water. What am I supposed to do? And I thought, okay, I just have to go. So I was able to get enough water out of my boat. I hopped into my boat. It still has like a good 4 or 5 inches of water in it, and I go. And I'm thinking, I'm a good swimmer. I've been swimming forever. I'm just going to use my hands. So I'm flying down the river, and I'm going. And there, glancing, is my paddle about a foot deep in tree roots, and I'm thinking, oh my God. And then I was able to, honest to God, miracle of miracles, reach back as far as I could and grab the tip of my paddle and pull it out of the tree roots. And I was like, amen. So, meet up with my friend Victoria. My heart's pounding. I'm terrified. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? She's like, are you all right? I'm like, okay. Paddle a little bit more. 5 minutes later, same exact scenario. Dump my boat. I'm on the embankment doing the same exact thing. My confidence is completely shot. Get down, see some rocks, bang into a big rock. My boat goes sideways. You do not want to be in a boat sideways and shoot in rapids. So I hop out of my boat. I'm pulling my boat over all these rocks, and there is Victoria down there. Spinal fusion 3 months ago. So now I'm pulling my boat, and I'm over all these rocks, and then all of a sudden I step, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in quicksand. I've never experienced quicksand. This is what quicksand's like. And I literally was 1 foot in and up to my knees in quicksand pulling my boat. And I'm thinking, how am I going to live? How am I going to survive? I'm going to get sucked down. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to fall backwards into my boat because maybe my body weight on my boat will pull my legs out in the quicksand. Anyway, I was able to deal with that. I counted it 8 more times I was out of my boat. It was not until 6:30 that we arrived at our destination. And all I remember hearing my friend Victoria say, Miss Spinal Fusion Victoria said, that was the best day of my life. And I said, that was the worst day of my life. And I'm still very, very gun shy for kayaking rivers. So, end of story.